Coming on June 27, 2017, Saban's Power Rangers hits home video in this Blu-ray, DVD, and HD pack. For more information, and if you want to support your favorite YouTuber, click on the link below. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and you know, I'm a gamer. I have been for my entire life, and I will be one until the day I die from heart disease. And when that day comes, I still don't think that we're ever actually going to get a good video game movie adaptation. There are times when movies come close to recreating the experience that one might find in a video game. I would argue that 2016's Hardcore Henry is one of the best possible examples of that. But then you get things like Assassin's Creed, which is trying to tell the story, but still fails to connect in that regard, as well as maybe the Hitman entries, which is sad because while I enjoyed both of those films, they were definitely not great. And I'm also a gigantic fan of the franchise, like huge fan of the franchise of Hitman. And again, it's always that question of, can it be done? We saw this in the 90s with Street Fighter, which is one of the best B movies ever. Anyone who tries to tell me different, I will just walk the fuck away. I could argue that movie till the end of time. It's fantastic. But Super Mario Brothers did not. Again, it's divisive depending on who you talk to. Double Dragon, you know, there were adaptations done that have never really kind of like hit the mark. And even now with the technology we have, the adaptations never fully hit the mark. And that has a lot to do with the fact that, well, it's hard to adapt a video game to a movie. It's hard to take an interactive experience and not have it be an interactive experience and still get the same kind of visceral pleasure off of it. So, yeah, there's that. But one thing that has not really been talked about much is the idea of a video game adaptation television series. You know, what y'all think about that, right? That's different. That could expand the story. We spend 10 hours with the game, 10-hour TV show. Bam, it seems so perfectly fit. But what franchise to do it with? Well, fuck me, man. The Witcher. Now, The Witcher is not just a game series. There's also comic books. There's also 8 novels in the franchise. It's been written about for 30 years. It is established in Poland. But through CD PROJEKT RED's 3 fantastic games, especially The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt from last year, just still blew my fucking mind. It's a game I want to go back and play because I've never beaten it, and 2, because it's just so damn fun. It's come out from the series creator, Andrzej Sapkowski. If I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize. I can't pronounce Eastern European names to save my fucking life. But he has come out and said that Netflix has purchased the rights for The Witcher to be adapted into a TV series. Now just think about that. This isn't AMC. This isn't A&E. This isn't fucking even HBO with the whole Game of Thrones thing, because they got their Game of Thrones thing. But this isn't none of that shit. All right, this is fucking Netflix. Netflix coming in and saying, we want to do a Witcher series. Now, let me just break down the 2 key concepts of The Witcher for those of you who are unfamiliar with the franchise. It's about fighting monsters and getting laid. It's basically a D&D player's wet dream. This shit is... It's also got a lot of excellent lore and excellent world building and excellent backstories and excellent characters and compelling stories and compelling characters and tons and tons and tons of stuff that will definitely give the creative people behind the series a lot to work with. And that is something that is really freaking cool and something that I'm really freaking looking forward to hopefully getting to see sometime in the near future. Now, there's no release date, there's no actors, we don't know who's going to play, you know, Geralt of Rivia, sorry, I mispronounced that. We don't know who's going to play Yennefer or Ciri, or if it's even going to have Yennefer or Ciri, probably Yennefer, you know, or Triss Merigold or any of those characters. We don't know what's going to happen with that yet. But here's the reason why I think they're going to probably base this more off Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, than a lot of other aspects of it, is because that's the most popular game. That game came out last year, sold many million copies, it's highly profitable, and the team at CD PROJEKT RED deserves every accolade they fucking get for making that game. And I'm also going to be wondering if Gwent is going to play a big part in the series. Maybe not a big part, but, you know, apart, because Gwent is now its own standalone game as well. That's currently in beta and everything else. And it's a lot of fun. It's a little confusing, but it's a lot of fun. But I look at the fact that the series is coming, and it gives me hope that maybe, just maybe, video game companies will stop trying to go for the quick buck of movies, and they'll start trying to adapt things into television shows. Because we went through that slog of Uwe Boll films, which, as a person who enjoys bad movies, I liked them. For the most part, I still think Postal is not only a good bad movie, but just a good movie in general for its satire. But I want to see the subject matter with The Witcher handled in a way that I feel could only come from Netflix. Netflix has taken TV to new heights. So has HBO, but Netflix has been consistent, and it's always willing to expand. I mean, they spent $6 billion on original programming in 2016. This year, they're spending $7 billion, and they've reached 100 million concurrent monthly users. So Netflix is basically smacking the shit out of everybody right now, and them taking on projects like this really makes me hopeful that Microsoft will go, maybe Halo could go to Netflix and tell a story, because that's the whole thing. People want the stories. They're not necessarily just looking for the 2-hour action fest on the screen. Yeah, that's fun. But we've been seeing this shift, this paradigm shift in storytelling. Long-form storytelling is actually having a better impact right now. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that Hollywood as a whole has gone down the shitter when it comes to the narrative. When it comes to telling the stories, Hollywood writers are just not pulling their weight. Compelling characters, compelling storylines are few and far between these days. In lieu of all of that, they've been creating these stories with very paper-thin characters, paper-thin plots, paper-thin jokes, paper-thin one-liners, catchphrases, over-the-top CG explosions, huge inflated budgets. And the reason why, and I've talked about this on 3 Buck Theater, is mostly to do with the fact that they're trying to have stuff that's easily transferable across multiple languages. And that is not good. When they dumb it down for the general audience around the world, instead of taking the time to explain the nuance as you go into the different territories, which is one of the things that CD PROJEKT RED did with The Witcher. They took that lore, they took that story, and they didn't fuck with it. They translated it, they made it work, and as a result, it's been extremely popular the world over. And that's why I feel like something like this, working with Netflix, is not only a good thing for those of us that are fans of the franchise, it's also going to be a good thing for anyone else out there in the realm of gaming, I think, to look at something like this and hope that it's successful, to go, maybe we can get our projects out like that. Imagine a Far Cry TV series. Imagine a Blood Rain TV series. Imagine, Christ, even a Super Mario TV series that was telling the story of Mario trying to save the princess or trying to save the Mushroom Kingdom, and done in a way that's through there. A Sonic TV series. Well, maybe not Sonic. I don't know. Sonic could. Again, it's all about how it's being told. Look at like the Dark Tower, for example. The Dark Tower is coming out in 2 months from Sony. It's an adaptation of a King book, and it just looks like they're just taking the name of it, some elements of it, and they're tossing it in there. And that's not going to resonate well with fans who want a faithful adaptation. Here, Sapkowski is going to be he's going to be part of the creative team. And even the dude who has done the opening cinematics for The Witcher 1, 2, and 3 is set to come on and direct at least 1 episode per season, which tells me that Netflix is really going to try to make this thing work, and they're really going to push this thing towards being successful. And given their track record as of late, I am fucking hyped for this. But I want to know what you guys think too. Do you think this is going to be big? Do you think this is going to be good? Do you think this is like a good property to expand upon? How much sex and nudity do you think is going to be in the show? My answer is probably going to be a lot. And let me know in the comments. Of course, my name is Matt Jarbo. This has been the Mundane Matt channel. If you guys haven't already, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, check back daily for more content from me. If you guys want to support the channel, links below in the video description. The adpocalypse is very real, so any help right now is greatly appreciated. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Peace out.